TU. Hey there, welcome to my channel, Joy on a Bike. My name is Joy, and today I'm on the Royal Enfield Continental GT 650. We've had this bike for a year now, and I haven't ridden it all too much, so I'm still kind of getting a little bit more comfortable with it. It's a little bit taller for me, so trying to practice the 1 foot down at stops, things like that. But the more that I do ride it, the more I realize how much fun this bike really is. It's a nice step up from my TU250X. Has some pep. It looks really nice. And that's kind of why we bought it. We just wanted something that looked nice, that had that cafe racer look, something that we could enjoy riding around town on. And, you know, stock, this bike kind of fits the bill. You know, you don't really have to do anything to it to make it look like a traditional cafe racer would look like. But there was still some stuff that we wanted to do to it. And I think we've pretty much done it all for the most part. So that's what I'm showing you today, is the bike and all of its modifications. We've only had one thing professionally done to it, and I will show you exactly what that is, but everything else we've done at home. I've already shown you a couple of modifications that we've done to it, that being the bar and mirrors and also the bar and indicators. So we've replaced those and showed you the process for that, but everything else has kind of been behind the scenes. I haven't really kept you up to date, so sorry about that, but today you'll get like a whole overview look of everything that we've done to it. And again, I mean, this bike comes stock looking pretty nice, but there's still some things that you might want to upgrade or chop down. I'll be sure to link out everything that I can in the description below this video, so if you see something you like, check the description. I'll link out what I can. Okay, so here it is, our 2020 Royal Enfield Continental GT 650, and all of the modifications that we've done to it. So most of the stuff that we've done has been for aesthetics. So basically what I'll do is I'll start from the front of the bike and work my way to the back, and I will start with this headlight here. So it's actually stock. Some Royal Enfields already come with a black bucket for the headlight, and then I think this ring is usually chrome, but on our bike when we got it, both pieces were chrome, and because we were going for the black look, we decided to have a local powder coater shop, I guess, powder coat both pieces. It was, I think, $25, so pretty good price for what we got. It's in a gloss finish, and it looks pretty nice. So for the headlight brackets, these are LSL brackets. We like them for the simplistic look. Didn't really care for what came on the bike stock, which was like this big clunky silver piece. Some people on the internet did not actually like the look of these, because they were talking about how you can see all the wiring behind it. And while that's true, you know, it's personal preference, and we just like the fact that it's black, that it's more simple, it's not clunky, and so that's why we decided to go with those. Moving down the bike, on the fork we have the gaiters. These are actually Royal Enfield fork gaiters. They did not come on the bike, but Royal Enfield brand. Moving down to the fender, this is actually the stock fender bracket, but just like the headlight piece here, we had this powder coated by the same local shop. The fender is from Bach Customs, if I'm saying that correctly. They're in France, and this is one of their mini Fenders. I believe it's the smallest size that they make, but it is a metal fender, so it's not plastic. I think the Royal Enfield comes with a plastic fender stock, so this is a little bit of an upgrade from that. As far as the handlebars go, we have the Moto Gadget M.Blaze disc indicators on the bike. Some people were asking about those, and because we had to remove the bar end inserts, they were asking if there was any change in vibration levels of the handlebars, and we have not noticed a difference. So we are really enjoying those indicators. They're very bright in the daylight, and then paired with them we have the Moto Gadget m.view spy mirrors. The grips are wrapped with Trip Machines leather wraps. I don't know what color this is, but they have a couple of different options, and basically how it comes is like a leather strip, and so you end up just wrapping your grip with this, so it goes over your existing stock grip. We like them. I feel like it gives it that vintage cafe look, and they are a little bit more comfortable. They're a little bit softer, a little bit kind of fills out the grip. I feel like the stock grip on this bike was a little bit skinny. The clip-on bars, these are stock, so these came with the bike, but what we did was we actually dropped them down about an inch or so. So they used to be sitting right up against the triple tree the triple tree, so they were sitting right up against here. We dropped them down just to give it a little bit more of an aggressive look and feel, but as far as comfort level goes, it's still comfortable, nothing too aggressive. We did actually at one point order some aftermarket clip-on bars, but they did not end up working out. Something with them, we couldn't mount them as high as we would have liked. It kept interfering with what was on the bike already, and so we would have had to mount them like super low, and that just wasn't going to work for us. So that's why we ended up just kind of like moving the existing stock clip-ons a little bit down. While these are the stock handlebars, they're actually a little bit shorter than how they come stock, because when we added the combination of the indicators and the mirror, it left this little gap. I guess it was maybe like this thick. To remove that gap and to kind of just compact everything and smush it all together, my husband took a Dremel to it, and he just dremeled just a little sliver off of the handlebar in order for everything to be flushed together and give it a bit of a cleaner look. Next we have the seat. This was actually one of the first things that we did. I don't know if I'd call it a mod, but we replaced the seat that it came with, which was like a 2-up seat, with this solo seat, and the seat is from Royal Enfield, so it's Royal Enfield brand. Moving on down the bike, we have the center stand. The Continentals do not come stock with a center stand. It has holes in order to install one. Bought one off of eBay, I think, and this is Royal Enfield brand center stand. The springs on the center stand were really tight, so it was a little tricky to install. Next up we have the mufflers. These are MGO Universal Cafe mufflers. They have a black option and a chrome option. We like them because they're chrome and they match the chrome headers. There are a lot of options out there that are kind of like a more brushed muffler, and we weren't loving that, so we went to go with something that was chrome, and they sound great. I'll rev them up here for you in a little bit. So this is the section that we had professionally done, and that would be taking all of that funk that was down here, which is basically the rear fender, the license plate, the rear indicators, and we had Revival Cycles clean it all up. So what Revival did was they ended up chopping off that rear hoop or that rear frame, and they originally ordered a hoop to go here. So they ordered a hoop, but they didn't like the build quality. They weren't satisfied with how it was lining up, and so what they ended up doing for us was fabricating a hoop of their own. And something that we requested was to have the brake light / rear indicator light inset into the hoop. And so they carved out this section for it to sit kind of flush, versus like attaching the light to the outside and like having it stick out, if that makes sense. So it's not like exactly flush everywhere, but it looks really great. We're happy with it. That modification is something that we didn't really want to try on our own because we didn't really trust that we would have been able to honestly do it that well, and so we thought we'd leave it in the hands of professionals. So that's why we chose to have that one done by somebody else. So because we did away with this whole section, and that's where the license plate was, we relocated the license plate to down here, and we bought a bracket that attaches to the rear swing arm. It's a little bracket, and it's a curved bracket. Well, yeah, it's curved. The license plate kind of curves around it. And in Texas, you have to have your license plate illuminated. So we have these little lights here, and they are wired. I didn't do the wiring, so I don't know what's going on here, but they're wired and they light up at night. So that is basically all that we've done with it. I don't know that there's anything else more that we want to do with it. We thought about painting the wheels or getting new wheels that are black, but not sure that's a priority or if that's something we'll end up doing. Okay, well, hope that you enjoyed that, learned something new, got some ideas for your own bike. Again, be sure to check the description for parts and things like that if you're looking for something similar. If you have any questions, leave those questions down below as well. I'll try to help you out. But I hope that you are having a fabulous day. Thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want to see more about me and my bikes, I will catch you next time. Bye.